Are we live? Okay. Hello. I appreciate this. If you were trying to watch a few minutes ago, we're starting over. Gotta love the Mercury retrogrades and things, but I'm so excited to be here tonight that absolutely nothing's going to make me less happy. Hello, birthday girl. Happy birthday, Jennifer. Mwah. I just want to shout out to the birthday girl. And so, happy Magical Monday. This is Magical Michelle, and this is our Soul Circle Magical Monday for the week of April, May. Yeah, I guess it's May 23rd. Yep, I guess it did kind of faze me to have the computer do fun things. So here we are, and what I want to kind of talk about is the fact that you just kind of have to get unshakable right now, because there is a lot going on in the astrological realm right now with the energy. So we've got Mercury in retrograde, and we have lots of things going on with other retrogrades happening, and you're just 1 week out from the eclipse, and you're 1 week from the new moon in Gemini. So you have like a lot of communication stuff going on. And if whatever it is that is your normal weakness, whatever it is that can fluster you the most, and guess what? Technology is one of those that fluster me. Whatever can fluster you the most, now is going to be a time where I'm going to encourage you to lean into doing it a different way. So instead of getting upset or mad or whatever, I was just put a smile on my face and get right back on. And that's been the overriding message the last few days, is to actually just really see what your big emotional triggers are and allow them to heal. Hello, there's my mom. Hi, Mom, and Wendy, and Erica, and Sarah, and wow, lots of you on already today. So what is it that triggers you on a repeated basis? Like, I have heard the word trigger more in the last week than I've probably heard in the last 6 months. So if you're feeling like the trigger is on the surface, if you're feeling frustrated, angry, annoyed, and it's the same thing that normally annoys you, like it's a repeating pattern, look at what do you have to heal in yourself. So for me, I'm healing that technology didn't used to be my friend. Like, I am what I call a digital, foreigner. Like, I grew up and there was no cell phone. There, it was the wired cord under the door, no computers. We had good old-fashioned typewriters. And now I spend my entire day on a computer screen, or on my phone. So it is something that I have to really lean into. And I got to be proud of myself. Like, I spent the whole weekend not needing tech services. I actually worked through every one of my issues on my own. So it's this piece of self-reliance. And there's a theme going on that I've seen over multiple sessions today about knowing that somebody outside of you is what you want. Like, you want support from someone else, you've got to ask for it. If you are looking for someone outside of you to show you that you're worthy, look for it inside of you. If you want to and desire to do anything that allows you to make yourself feel more comfortable without taking it away from you. So a lot of people are like, this person hasn't called me back. Well, my answer to that is, what do you need from that person, and what do you get to give yourself? Do you need to be your own lover? Do you need to be your own best friend? Do you need to be your own tech support in my case? Do you need to look at your deepest issue and maybe solve it once and for all? And what I'm noticing is that this is part of expansion, right? If you move through the thing that makes you most uncomfortable, then you actually get to, not have to, get to resolve it once and for all. Then it doesn't trigger you the next time. Then it becomes healed. It becomes resolved. It becomes not a problem. And I'm watching it across the board. So I want to ask you to lean in to your trigger instead of just saying, I'm triggered. What is it I'm really being called to do? What is it I'm really upset about? And go past the surface of what you're upset about. Go into the deeper cause. And this has been really an amazing question I've been asking my clients and my students in my groups. We worked on this in the Pink Rose Gate this week. What is the point of origin? So I'll give you an example on where my belief that I wasn't skilled at technical stuff. I was in high school and I was taking a typing class and I didn't like it and I didn't get it. And my father's like, you should skip that class. You should get out of that class. You don't want to be a secretary. And in hindsight, I, with all my heart, wish I had continued to go through that class instead of saying, I'm not good at this. And instead of saying, I can't do this, if I had just learned how to type at that time, I would have moved with the computer world as it was exploding. Instead, that lack of being able to type set me back later when I was a real estate agent. I didn't know how to type and everybody else did when the computers were the beginning. I just never really caught up because I was always just like one or two steps behind. And I've always had to have someone show me what to do. And I know it's not because I'm not intelligent. I know it's because sometimes I give up before the gold, right? So what I'm asking you to do is actually lean in to move into what is possible here. And what is it that is being asked of you to heal? And right now it is in the relationship sector. What is going on is your relationship sector is being hit, right? So look at, is it your relationship with yourself? Is it your relationship with technology? Because it is this wonderful Gemini, Mercury retrograde that we're living in right now. Do you have to heal your belief in what you can and cannot do and change it? Do you have to heal your relationship with money? Do you have to heal your relationship with another person? But as always, come back to, I have to heal myself, right? I get to heal how this makes me feel, not what is the outside factor making me feel this way. So in this case, I get to expand by looking inward. It is a dichotomy that got really clear to me when I was in Egypt. And I make the invitation for you. Everywhere we went, there was a wing going up and a wing going down. As above, so below. So what is happening outward needs to be brought inward for you to resolve, heal. So I love the word resolve for any time you're in Mercury retrograde. It's reflection, review, but ultimately the healing word is resolve. And asking yourself what that really needs to look like for you. Then on the other factor is, if this is happening inward, how can we shift how we react? So using another R word, how are we reacting? So when we feel inwardly contracting, we want to lash out. We want to lash out. And that can be changed by healing on the inside. Healing it once inside, whatever the outside factor is, we have more compassion. So ultimately, I think Mercury retrograde is trying to teach us compassion for self. Take a minute. Say in your mind's eye, how do I want to react? Another R word. How do I want to react? How do I want the world to see me outward? How would I want someone to react to me? So right now, even though a lot of it feels like our frustration is turned outward, when we really come in, what is it we're healing inside the chasm inside of ourself? And that's what's being called for here. So we actually get to come inward to go outward and heal the instinct to expand, heal the inner child, heal the inner lover, heal the inner wounded person or best friend, or heal the rejection. So in Theta Healing, we use rejection, resentment, and regret. And if any one of those things are out of balance, there's something to be healed. And so right now we're using that law of compassion. Compassion for self, compassion for humanity, compassion for that outward function. So that's what's being called for right now. And so I'd like to just connect with the energy of the law of compassion right now as an overall theme and help everybody reset. Wow, we have a full crowd. Ashton and Patrick and Jean. Oh my goodness. Blast from the past. Courtney and Wendy. Oh my goodness. And Felicia and Jade and Ashley. Oh my, just beautiful. It's nice to see everybody. Anita, Ellen, Sue. Did I go live on my own personal page instead of Soul Circle? Okay, well, whatever Mercury's doing, hello everybody. I love you. Some of you I haven't talked to in a long time, and I'm really happy to see your faces and experience you tonight. So we're just going to bring our bodies into alignment. Take a deep breath and just feel yourself being held in the bubble of compassion. Just imagine there is a beautiful ball of light, and it's probably pink and gold. Those are the energies. Pink and gold all the way around you, unconditionally loving you, unconditionally feeling what is happening to you. And just allow yourself to feel the energy of compassion seeping into every cell of your body to help you reset. It is commanded to reset the body, the mind, and the soul and the spirit to the law of compassion. Compassion for self, compassion for the world, compassion for others. And to change that in your DNA so that the first thought in your mind is, how do I accept myself more? How do I accept someone else more? How do I love myself more? How do I love someone else more? What am I here to reflect? What am I here to review? And how can I change this in the highest and best way to be part of the shift, to be part of the change and part of the frequency? And to do this, let's heal it on a soul level. Let's heal it on a past life level. Let's heal it in our hearts. Let's heal it for every time we've been rejected. Let's heal it for any time someone hasn't responded the way we wanted them to. Let's forgive ourselves for any time we have responded in a way we wish we had not. Anything we still regret, anything we still hold ourselves in pain over, let's bring that into an alignment of deep compassion, forgiveness, acceptance, and truly honoring the divine within. Bringing yourself back to the energy of pure, I love you, I forgive you, I appreciate you, and I set you free. So we're going to energize the energy of freedom, freedom of the negative thoughts, freedom of the negative patterning, freedom of emotional, physical, and spiritual debt. And even monetary debt, if you're ready to free yourself from that and move into the energy of radical expansion and the energy of love and compassion and acceptance. And that comes through every cell of your body, healing it for your DNA, healing it and resolving it for your past lives, shifting it and changing it and making you the example as the flower of life, spreading it through the planet right now, sending it out to everyone that's ready for this healing, receiving it back into your body, sending it back out, seeing the world a more compassionate place, energizing the frequency of compassion throughout the entire world view, even beyond into the universal energy, even beyond that if there's a beyond. So as above, so below, so within, throughout every essence of your being. And so it is done, and so it shall be. And just breathe it in. Breathe in the breath of life and relax and breathe out anything else you're holding on to in this moment. And see yourself in that loving compassion. Doesn't that feel amazing? Yeah. When introduced to the law of compassion, it really shifted everything. And when this was maybe 5 years ago, when I realized that every time there was a Mercury retrograde, and for goodness sake, anytime there was a retrograde and an eclipse cycle at the same time, I would just deepen my practice to self-compassion. I would deepen my practice to being compassionate about what everyone else is going through. And also just being really clear on my communication, both in and out, because it's so easy to have miscommunication right now. It's so easy to lose yourself in feeling as we're overwhelmed. But when we return ourselves back to the energy of compassion, we're remembering that everyone else is feeling the feels too. And so we would want to act as we want people to act to us. We get to be the change. We get to be the expression of the new experience that is being called for. So here we are, being the change right here, right now. So I hope that helped. I know there's been a lot energetically right now, and so I hope this little bit was wonderful, whether you're watching it live or maybe you're watching it later. And so hit like, and I see the hearts right now, but hit like or subscribe if you're watching this on Facebook, or if you want to watch it live. I'm doing this on Saturday nights. Saturday night. Wow, this is really, really Mercury retrograde. I do this live every Monday night at 6 o'clock Eastern on the Soul Circle Facebook group, and then we post it to YouTube later. So yeah, even the words not coming out my mouth all the same time. So you're so welcome, Courtney, and I see a Sarah. Wow, we've had a lot of people pop on. Kim, lots of people. This is great. I love you as always. And I do have a couple announcements. There's a few things that are coming out this week. We did book our normal witchy weekend. So if you have been hearing about the Halloween bash that we do every year in New Smyrna, this is our third annual Witchy Weekend, and last year we sold out by the end of June. So we just posted it. I'm taking deposits for Witchy Weekend. I only have 6 rooms. So if it is something you want to do as our Witchy Weekend retreat for Halloween and spend Halloween with me and Joy and Marissa out in New Smyrna Beach at the Anchor Inn, this is the time to get in because like I said, we were sold out immediately last year, like within the first month. So we want to put our room names in now. And then the big reveal for today is, I kind of hinted at it. I was just asking if it was possible, but it is possible and it is happening. I am leading a group of powerful, magical people. That means you, if you're inclined, to Egypt for the winter solstice. So this year, on the day of the winter solstice, there's a place in Egypt called the Karnak Temple that has a sun alignment where it all comes into perfect alignment and you can watch it, the sunrise in the Karnak Temple on the winter solstice, like with perfect alignment. It was built that way. And so we have the ability to be there and many more things, all the way from starting at the Sphinx to ending at the Great Pyramid, with the winter solstice alignment being smack in the middle of the trip. So if you're interested, I have 14 spaces to go to Egypt for the winter solstice. So we'll be putting that out. If you want to be one of the first people invited before I even put out the full announcement, please, send me a private message, because I do think this will be sold out pretty quickly as well. I mean, it's a literal once in a lifetime opportunity, because it's 12/22/2022. So it's like really a powerful energy. It is also the day before the new moon. So the new moon's on the 23rd. So we're having a new moon for Christmas this year, for anybody who that is important to. But it's also a very powerful Egyptian holiday as well. So the ancient Egyptians celebrated it as the rebirth of their god Horus on the same time frame. So we have all of these things converging at the same time, and as cool as it is, we get to be there. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. We'll be getting some more information about that out this week. But if you want to be first to know, let me know. You can be on the preview list. And so otherwise, have an amazing week. You've got 1 week until the new moon. So we have a new moon in Gemini on the 30th. So just be gentle with yourself, be loving, word things in a way that is gentle with yourself. Say things like, it makes me feel, instead of you did this. Like, that's the best piece of advice I can give you this week, is to not blame anyone, including yourself. Just say, it made me feel like this. This is what's happening to me right now. This is how I'm feeling. And express yourself through a feeling versus blame or shame, both blaming yourself or another person or trying to shame someone. So this week is about gentleness. There might be a releasing going on if you need to let go of an old expression of you, or there's, a want or a need to be allowing. This is a great week for allowing yourself that transformation. So it's a good week. And I will be here on Memorial Day at our normal time. So had a couple people ask if I was going to do my transmission on Memorial Day, and the answer is yes. So we will have a magical Memorial Day, because we will be actually on the new moon next week. So we'll be doing new moon together here next Monday. So I love you. Remember to live magically, and that includes being compassionate to self. And I'll see you next week.